So I know it's been a while since I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but I've been putting it off, and now I can finally do SpongeBob Season 16 review. And I know I have not done like the other seasons on this channel, but to be honest, don't have much interest to rewatch, to do a big long video, nor do ones like this. I just wanted to do new stuff first before anything like that. So I wanted to get rid of that way. Okay. So you'll see on here like how I rate these and episodes like 1, 2, 3 on over here, and the title card over here. And I know that it may seem like, but do not be fooled. There was one episode that I did not like about in this whole season. But with that being said, let's get started. We start off with SpongeBob Patrick's Timeline Twist Up. This was one big 1 hour special on TV where Patrick Star's family gets eaten by Patrick's time closet, and they go back in time to previous episodes. It's like Neptune's Spatula, Rock Bottom, Rip Pants, and Help Wanted, the very first episode. Like showing like what happens after they appear on the timeline. Like when Squidina ends up in Rock Bottom, she wants to do a documentary on in the town. When Cecile is in Rip Pants, after he rips his pants and he becomes popular because of Rip Pants, he makes a fashion line for it and has an entire fashion empire. But other than like, that's what this is. That there isn't like outright fixing it. In fact, it's as easy as take the person out and timeline and everything's back to normal. Well, the only one that was a problem, which was Grandpat, where Grandpat didn't want to leave, so that they went back further and gave classic SpongeBob the hydraulic spatula in order to Grandpa doesn't get his job. Everything's back to normal there. I still think it's a fun, good episode. So regardless of that, I mean, again, it would have been right to just try to outright fix it instead of just being as easy as take the person out and put them back into present time. But oh well. Oh, let's see. Next episode is Bizarro Bob, where SpongeBob accidentally goes to a Bizarro version of Bikini Bottom. And Bizarro is basically just like a more bizarre or more weirder version of Bikini Bottom. And that's basically it. That's all it is. And the Bizarro SpongeBob here is voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. And honestly, I do think it was funny for SpongeBob seeing like all the weird things, like seeing how weird everything is. But I feel like towards the end, he went too far on being crazy. So like, other than that, it's still a really good episode. So, that's really all to say for that one. For Squidward's Tough Break, Squidward goes to the Salty Platoon by mistake, and he turned into like a different persona because he got amnesia, and becomes like a tougher guy. This one is again really good episode. I did like this kind of persona for Squidward, him having tough guys follow him around. That's all I had to say for it. Right, and next one is Curse of the Were-Doodle, where SpongeBob gets bitten. He becomes like some kind of were-doodle every time he sees moonlight on a pencil. Oh, I honestly did seeing him like as a raging were-doodle, like I guess kind of a werewolf thing, especially since like Mr. Krabs later says it's like some kind of urban myth that he has seen before, like that. However, I did not like the ending that apparently Doodle Bob has a girlfriend? Like, that just showed up out of nowhere. Like, no build up or anything. Just, he has a girlfriend. Right? And was able to translate for Doodle Bob. So, yeah. Or no, wife. Sorry. But still, like... Anyway, next one is Gorilla Suit Day, where, yeah, on that day, SpongeBob wears a gorilla suit and is mistaken for a real gorilla. Well, and that's where he gets ended up in the zoo, and a real gorilla comes out, and people are confused that he's SpongeBob, and then turns out, nope, that's a real gorilla. But yeah, like honestly, like all that is fun, and heck, even the gorilla from that, I had an accident, I believe. They've even returns for the very first time. I'm at the end of the episode, which is really cool. Cool. The next one is Exchange Student Driver, where SpongeBob goes to Club Nod to get his driver license there as an exchange student, and as well as Mrs. Puff, a Club Nod student. And so yeah, like Mrs. Puff, I honestly thought like this could teach SpongeBob, and it kind of did. Like SpongeBob got a driver license from Club Nod. Sadly, this doesn't count, and yeah, it's Mrs. Puff and almost a volcano, but yeah, the students saved both of them, and yeah, again, does not count as a license. So yeah. Hey, next one is the Creepy Crab, where Slappy he gets fired from Nosferatu and has to work at the crab. It's again funny to see all the nonsense, and there's even more monsters that show up, and sadly, it's just bug money. And you go in and he doesn't find out to the end, and Mr. Krabs, doesn't find out to the end, which is very funny. Anyway, next one is the Haunted Bucket, which finally this is the third episode to actually be on Halloween. Well, not release date, but in the SpongeBob universe, it's taking place in Halloween, finally. And it's an extra long one, like 15 minutes instead of the average 11 to 12. So, yeah, but where SpongeBob and Patrick, and with Patrick taking Squidward, to go to the Chum Bucket for some horrors and screams, but when Reality Plankton accidentally unleashes Ghost to Bikini Bottom. Gonna have to catch him. And it was honestly really fun seeing that. Even the end, the Ghost and them trick or treat, which was really cool. And the next one here is actually my favorite episode of the bunch, Go Fetch. Where for this time was like a 5-minute short, where SpongeBob and Gary were playing fetch, but then lost the ball. And had to go get it back. And yeah, but this was a really cool CGI episode, like an episode fully done with CGI, and it was really cool and really better than Camp Coral even, and it's an amazing episode to look at, and it was so much fun to watch. Now the next one here is Laundro Madness, where Squidward gets ink stain, and thanks to SpongeBob, and they have to go to the laundromat to get out. Now, this episode is just weirdness. Just this, they go to the laundromat, and it's most of the time just seeing how the other Bikini Bottomites do in the laundromat, and it's like that. It's like whole craziness. There is somewhat of a story, like I said, with the whole Squidward got a stain in his shirt, and he's trying to get it out. There's somewhat of that story here, since they deal with that. Other than that, that's it. But still a really good episode, I say. The next one is Hog Hunting, where SpongeBob and Patrick are tasked with taking care of Old Man Chicken's farm, and loses the prize pit, and because of that, Old Man Chickens gets mad, and they get away by going inside his beard. And apparently there was also a time skip, and he forgot about them, and they've been trapped in the beard since until, well, like, till after, like, it just feels so weird. It was like everything. Now, not acknowledging that it's a good episode, but acknowledging that it's like that's an okay episode. So yeah, I just find that weird. Anyway, the next one is SpongeBob Trash Pants, where SpongeBob, after making a mess in Goo Lagoon, vows to clean up Goo Lagoon and almost the entirety of Bikini Bottom, really. But yeah, this was a really fun episode. He made like Plankton then gets mad at him and him for like ruining his fun, and then like gets revenge by being like by like waste paper or like those trash balls in it. And then he actually like does something like he like hits the widescreen borders of the show. Like that is so cool. I love of like classic Looney Tunes, so I love stuff like that. That's so yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, the next episode is Krusty Cafeteria, where SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs go to Pearl's high school cafeteria to make Krabby Patties for the students, but kind of can't do it because the lunch lady has strict rules. So yeah, so they kind of do it in secret or try to do it in secret. So yeah, but it was really cool. Cool. And I like that. Yeah, just yeah, lunch lady likes Krabby Patties at the end. That's the gist of it. But yeah. Yeah. And after that is Heart of Garbage, where after Squidward is mean to some garbage men, they trash his house, and now it seems like Squidward has been at work for a while, so SpongeBob and Patrick go and see if Squidward's okay. And yeah, they just travel through Squidward's house because it's a maze full of garbage. I did like some things like Bass being like an all-seeing eye or something, and there's a card trick joke, like making a bridge with cards instead of the game bridge. Like I thought that was funny. But yeah, Squidward's fine. Anyway, next one is Near Mint Plankton, where Mr. Krabs makes like collectible Krabby Patties, and Plankton thinks like this could work as like a normal Krabby Patty, but gets trapped inside Bubble Bass's vault and has to escape with a Krabby Patty. But of course he doesn't get a Krabby Patty. But I did like some of the things like SpongeBob goes in there to stop Plankton and gets like there's a Quickster reference, and I thought that was funny. Like fine, they reference more of those episodes, please. And we got Pardon My Wand, where after seeing Magician's show, SpongeBob gets its wand stuck in his head and makes magic every time he just hiccups or sneezes. And yeah, it's like really fun and cool. And heck, near the end we have a magic showdown, and it was awesome. The next one here it's Superstition, I think. Superstition, I think that's how you say it. Where Mr. Krabs is like superstitious that something bad will happen on Friday the 13th. That this takes place on. At first, I was enjoying it with how Mr. Krabs gets here, but then towards the second half, there's Leper Can't shows up, and like what? Like how does that happen? What? I was so confused, and I didn't pay much attention for the rest of the episode, and they're like, what? Like, and the leper can't, like, of course, like, when good luck is spread to him, like, I think when it's found his pot of gold, he gets good luck thrown to him, and he turns back to Leprechaun, and Mr. Krabs tries to get his gold, but nope. But yeah, you get my point that I just didn't care much for this episode after that. Yeah, next one is a half-hour special, Pigskin Pearl, where Pearl joins the football team at her school. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. cool seeing that. And heck, SpongeBob become a cheerleader there. And Squidina makes a cameo even, trying to join that cheerleading team. Like, honestly, it was a really fun episode for a special. But that was actually it till until the movie and until May of 2026 that we didn't get an entire episode. And that next episode was The Green Tentacle, where Sandy's tree is like having problems, so SpongeBob calls Squidward to fix it. And yeah, he has problems. It kind of goes crazy, and I honestly thought that was like funny to see. But other than that, it's like all to say without spoiling anything too much. The next one here is Happy Krabby Birthday, where it's Mr. Krabs' birthday and SpongeBob and Squidward have to figure out a gift for him. However, I did like them going to the mall and finding something emotional or sentimental for Mr. Krabs, and them going to Mr. Krabs' house and trying to like find something in his house to figure out like what to give him. But that's it. This is the episode I don't like. And like the whole SpongeBob gets dumber with every season. That's how this feels, and I feel like this was pointless. Like, we all know who Mr. Krabs is. He likes money. Why not give him money? Like, he doesn't need like any special gift. He just he loves money. Give him money. And heck, even when they do give him something, then Mr. Krabs doesn't like it, and when he gets the opportunity, he sells it for more money. So, what was the point? That's how I feel about the episode. Anyway, and then we got Karate Pals, where Sandy teaches the gal pals, Pearl, Karen, and Mrs. Puff, how to do karate. And it seems better for, like, them, but everyone else in the Bikini Bottom, no. Like, it ruins the Pearl's cheer team. It ruins, like, SpongeBob when Mrs. Puff is trying to teach him how to ride a boat, and SpongeBob and Sandy needs to fix it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool episode. Then the ending was funny, where everyone is now doing karate. And the last episode here, yes, this is the last one, is Karen's Clutch, where Karen brings a group of her computer friends over, and Plankton is worried that they're talking about him in a bad way, so disguises himself in there. But then Karen catches on, and I thought that like the rest of the episode was way better with the fact that people are they're just fighting Plankton, like with him inside one of their friends. And I just thought that was fun to see. Other than that, that's it for season 16. Honestly, think it's a great season. And even with that one bad episode, and episodes were over the place. Like, there was one episode that was okay, as you saw there, but most of the episodes were really good. I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, if you liked it, this kind of thing, make sure to like and subscribe. I have more reviews coming I want to make. So, see you later. Bye.